I need to let you guys talk about this one first. I need you guys to let you guys lean into this one. UConn down by 11 early second half at Villanova, comes all the way back, takes the lead, punch back from Villanova. They're up by 6 with 2 minutes left. UConn gets the ball down by 1. Final possession. Alex Caravan, they're All-American, heads to the line, 2-time national champion, has never in his career at UConn, missed two straight free throws, bricks them both. UConn loses 68-66 on the road in Finneran Pavilion. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Obviously, you lose McNeely, so you're losing 14 points a game, and I think that's something that they all know that they have to fill that. They have to fill that role somewhere, right? The story of the game obviously is going to be the free throws being missed, but when I was watching that game, throughout most of the game, I felt like, man, UConn's going to lose. And that's not normally something that I think when I'm watching UConn play basketball. So, I think that you have Dixon, who is just like, they could ride him all the way to the NCAA tournament. I mean, he's that good of a player. And when he's able to put the team on his back like that and then get help from Poplar and I can't think of his name right now.
Jameer Brickus.
Brickus, yeah. When you're able to lean on him and have those guys come in and get buckets and do things that they need to do to win the game, I mean, it's they're a tough team to beat, especially at home.
They deserve to win, right? I mean, I thought they deserved to win the game. I mean, they were controlling the game. I thought not even the free throws, because I didn't think it was a foul. He shouldn't even been to the line. I thought their defensive effort the last 3 plays, man, was huge for Villanova. And they deserved to win the game. I mean, the officials made the call, and immediately I texted out chat. I was like, ball don't lie. I didn't think he'd miss both. But I was honestly, I was hoping he'd miss one just for overtime. I was hoping he'd miss one. I didn't think he'd miss both of them. But listen, man, Villanova was the tougher team. And UConn knows they're going to get everybody's best shot. But credit to Villanova, man, and credit to Kyle Neptune. Like that guy, we all drug him early on. Early in the year, everybody was crushing those guys. Crushing Neptune, and he responded, and his team responded. They needed to get this win, and they got it. So I think it's more about Villanova winning the game and about Kyle Neptune and his squad than UConn. They're going to have games like this. They lost to a good team. I mean, you can make the argument. It's not even an argument. I think Eric Dixon was the best player on the floor. Didn't shoot it great, but he made plays when he had to, and he's obviously a matchup nightmare. So credit to Villanova for getting it done.
Yeah, Villanova has now run 3 in a row. They are 4-1 in the Big East, and they have won 8 of their last 9 games since a 3-4 start to the season, which I think that turnaround is not something that we're quite talking about enough, right? Like the win over Cincinnati was a big one. The only loss that they have was a close game on the road at Creighton, which is never going to be an easy place to go and play. And now you have a win over a UConn team at home, which – this is the kind of victory that can start making some people forget about the fact that there's that St. Joe's loss and there's that Columbia loss. I know they lost to Virginia, but, it's Virginia on a neutral. Virginia is still Virginia. Is this, Kenny, do you think this is a team that can be a tournament team, right? This is the kind of resume win that they needed. But are they, when you watch them, let's just go strictly eye test instead of profile. It's too early to start talking about profiles. We have our bracket show coming up January 20th. That's when we can start talking about profiles. Eye test. Is this a tournament team?
In my opinion, yes, because of Dixon. Like, I really think that he's able to carry this team. I brought it up before, but I had a note down here. Nova's up by 6 at the end of the half, and Dixon, I mean, he was barely a part of the team in the first half, and all of a sudden, the first 10 minutes of the second half, he comes out and has 11 points, and it's like a different game. So I think, it's a lot to put on one guy, but I think if you're going to have to put it on a guy, Dixon's the guy that you want to do that to.
Yeah, Randolph, what is the most impressive part about this turnaround for you for Villanova?
Again, I don't know if it's anything in particular that stands out with them. I mean, I think Eric Dixon is the best player on the floor most nights when he walks out there. I think the only thing that hurts this team is if he settles. I think when he settles from 3, obviously he was shooting the lights out of it before coming into tonight's game. But I think in certain games like this in the Big East, he's going to have to pick matchups, right, and be more exact in how he attack it. Like set ball screens, if they switch, go inside. He's got to attack the paint a little bit more. I think he's settled. I think, first half of his shots in the first half was just from behind the 3-point line. They were 30-footers. He's bailing you out with that. And I don't think it's just necessarily for him. I think his teammates, for the rest of the team, they need him to be involved in the action so they can score. So if he plays more inside out, I think he can wield this team to the NCAA tournament. But it's going to be tough in the Big East. But in matchups like this, he took care of business against UConn. Again, he was the best player on the floor. So when you have that, you always got a chance.
Yeah, if they can get to 12-8 in the league, and they can take care of business against the likes of St. John's and Marquette at home as well, then I think we have a real conversation to have about them potentially being a tournament team. And if they get to the tournament, man, that'd be a really impressive thing considering where they were at the start of the year. I was able to catch up with Kyle Neptune after this game, and we talked a little bit about this turnaround, this performance, and what it means for this group moving forward. Now, welcome onto the field of 68 After Dark. Kyle Neptune, Villanova head coach, big win over UConn. What'd you see at the end there? You got Eric Dixon had a big three, Ruga Poplar had a big three. How'd you guys close this one out?
I thought we got some stops towards the end. I thought we did a good job defensively in the first half. I thought we started the second half pretty good defensively, and give UConn a lot of credit. They're a big-time program, big-time coach. They got big-time players over there. They made a run. And then I give our guys a lot of credit too. They took a couple hits, took a lot of hits, lost the lead, and then just kept coming towards the end and got some stops when we needed to. And then we know we got some guys who can make shots in big time moments. Eric Dixon's one of them. Obviously, Ruga Poplar's one of them as well. So we don't really worry about scoring. We need to be a program that gets stops. Especially in the rough and tumble Big East. So I was proud that our guys were able to do that.
That was the thing that stood out to me is you guys were up by, I think it was 11 at one point.
Yeah.
UConn comes back. They get the lead on that solo ball three.
Yeah.
And you guys immediately go on a 10-2 run and kind of didn't put it away, but you took the lead. You're up by 6 with 2 minutes left. So you've got to feel good in that spot.
Yeah. You just know that they're not going to just lay down and say, all right, you guys got it with a minute, 2 minutes, whatever it is. So, we just told our guys we just got to keep coming, keep getting stops. As a coach, it's kind of out of your hands a little bit. You can tell your guys all you want, what you want them to do. It's on them to go on the court and do it. And I thought our guys came together and got it done.
You guys didn't have the greatest start to the year, and it's easy for a team that loses a couple of games early, especially in this day and age, to kind of have the thing go off the rails. And it didn't happen for you guys. You're 4-1 in the Big East now. This kind of win puts you in the NCAA tournament picture clearly. So, what's changed? How have you gotten this thing going?
I thought we were just patient in the beginning of the year. We had a lot of new guys. We got some guys in different roles, and we just had to try to understand how we needed to play. There's a lot of long nights as a staff, hanging out together and just getting better as a complete program. And I give our guys a lot of credit. Like you mentioned, it's not easy to go through tough times, but I think they either break you or make you better. And our guys, to their credit, have gotten a lot better over the last couple weeks here.
Have they been kind of feeling that pressure?
I don't think so. We try to just focus on the next best action. We talk to our guys about, all right, we're going into a film session. Let's lock in for this film session. Going to our practice. This should be our best practice of the year, and just stack those up. But again, as a coach, you can tell your guys and ask your guys to do whatever they want. They got to choose to do it. And so I give those guys a lot of credit.
Last thing I got for you, Eric Dixon. I don't know if we heard Dan call him the best offensive player in college basketball.
I believe so.
You got a platform here. Give us your pitch. Why is he the best player in college basketball? Promote him.
I think that, I personally, I've been around for a long time. I look at the last guy that's like him was the McDermott kid from Creighton. Other than him, with that size, the way he shoots it, post up, mid row, whatever you want to do, he's a tough out. He's a tough out. So, I think he's passing.
It's nice to have a player like that on your team.
I'm very, very excited to have him on our team. And as good as he is as a player, he's a way better person. And now he's also become an amazing leader for our program. Such a great pillar for all those guys to look at as if you keep working, what you can be. This guy's a player that redshirted his first year in college basketball, shed weight. Had to work on his right hand, had to work on defense, had to work on shooting, and just got better each year, came back with something new in his game each year. So those are the guys you root for. He's a guy that, you look back and you're like, man, this kid did it the right way, and he deserves everything he gets.
Hell of a win, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that.